All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is, it's straight up energy reading. This is the big boy, big girl reading. It really is. It's a big boy, big girl energy. Hope you got your big boy, big girl pants pulled up. It's Pluto going direct in Aquarius. It's a big deal. What is it? Well, it's, I haven't done anything with this deck yet. I just picked it up, and we're going to cut the cards in a moment. But it's fitting that the Hermit is at the bottom, because this, as Pluto goes direct in Aquarius, it's about taking internal and bringing it to the external. Stuff that we've been upset with ourselves about, stuff that we've been working on, all that inner work we've done or have been doing, we take it and apply it out in the outside world, in our lives, basically. And if you haven't done any, if you're one of my more smart-assy viewers that's watching me, which I appreciate because I would be one, right? I'd be out there, I'd be out there being a smart-ass watching me. Right, I haven't done any yet, Steve. Well, then you'll be simultaneously, as it's moving direct, doing the inner work and then applying it immediately. So either way, you're all set. You're covered. In societal energies, my offline reads are a little bit, I'm just going to warn you, they're a little bit sketchy. What I mean is how this plays out outside the soulmate cycle. I already said in the original Pluto reading there'd be protests and things. It's like a 60s kind of energy where, we'd get a new Bob Dylan, a new protest singer and protest. I had no idea it'd be as big as it was, although the cards did. I just didn't believe it. Well, now I believe it. And what I see in the offline readings is, unfortunately, there's been, while it's been retrograde, a lot of seething. There's a lot of people very angry, right? And that's gonna burst out onto the scene. This energy is very freaky, all right? It's a little bit freaky, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not sure how it's gonna play out. I'm just saying heads up, all right? In the soulmate cycle, it should be very interesting. We're going from the inside to the outside, the Rocky Mountains, maybe. I don't know. Let's go. Let's pull on. There's somebody attached to you. Let's see what's going on. What's our theme energy here? Pluto direct in Aquarius. What did I say? We started with the Hermit on the inside. We even had the Rocky Mountains underneath it. We could have gone inside to outside. Here we go, the Lovers. This, I said, and I even said yesterday, was it yesterday? Or when the hell did I do that reading? Well, I said yesterday I was going to do this reading. I said in some reading, you got a recent reading, may have been in the, I don't know, you got the Lovers in the energy of your connection, right? Well, here it is. It's right here. I mean, this backs up that this ties with the Venus energy, with what I said, that Venus reading. All right. Wow. What's underneath that? Oh, looky. The Four of Wands. Yeah, we're moving forward. We're taking action. Somebody here feels really good about coming towards you. Now, I said, there's an energy, it's just energy. It could be read 1,000 different ways. I said there's a lot of anger that's built up in like societal energies, which will burst out. There's a lot of that anger reads in the soulmate cycle, which is a direct reflection of societal energies. That energy reads as tension, frustration, somebody a little bit disappointed in or mad at themselves for not coming towards you. I mean, these geese mean business, okay? I know, I mean, all right, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. First card out's before the cuts. Why the fuck are we here? It's a big reading. It really is. It's a big reading. All right. Big energy. It blends, this Pluto direct, it just blends itself so well with Mercury's placement, Venus's placement, and the 10-10 energy, which is still floating around. It really is. All right, let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at. All right. Why we're here. Conflict. It's the Five of Wands. But it's interesting. You might say, well, Steve, that's a minor. You always say, Steve, that's a minor energy, right? It's the weakest as it reflects back to you. Yeah, it is. It is the weakest as it reflects back to me. It's petty arguments. There's a pettiness in the air. Oh, I believe it. There is. It's also a lot. It's not a lot of readers read it this way, but in the right context, this is revenge. It's useless, it's worthless, it's something like that. We're here because somebody's doing damage on their side and hoping things go well on your side. I'm not sure what that means yet, But I have a feeling we're in for a very interesting reading, even though this is a very weak energy. Yeah, okay, all right. I don't think somebody's going to show up and pick a fight with you or anything like that. I don't think so. Steve Hand doesn't think so. No, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. We'll be all right. All right, here we go. Just a talking hand on a video. You know, you don't have to listen to me. It's fine. Entertainment purposes. It's okay. What's after that? The Seven of Cups. So I don't think... what's underneath it before I open my big mouth? The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I think somebody should think about what they're doing a little more. Okay? You got somebody coming towards you. It's a pretty powerful soul. It's the primary energy that's coming in here for you on the incoming. And I'll tell you how it relates to you in a second. But I think somebody needs to stop and pause a little bit. And I talked about that in relation to you. I talked about that in the extended for the Venus reading. I talked about before you react in this energy, pause, right? It's very, very, very good idea to do that here, all right? Make your choices very carefully. I don't think someone else is. And I think they're making choices for some reason out of revenge. I believe, not against you. They're almost mad at themselves, but I think they're blame shifting it onto the people in their life. The people in their immediate life. And I think we saw that in the Venus reading. I watched these, but I'm not sure. But, I mean, we got a couple of readings in between Venus and now. But I think we saw something like that. Or I said something like that. Let's see where we go. Let's pull a reading. Let's go. Give me the soulmate cycle universe with the influence of Pluto going direct in Aquarius. And, Pluto's a slow-moving planet. Yeah, it's a couple of 100+ years around. It's got an elliptical orbit. It's got a very strange orbit. It's very unpredictable. Sometimes it's close to the sun and sometimes it's far away. It's got a really weird offset kind of orbit. It's a shaky energy, but it'll take it a little time to get going. It's not like day one, we're off and running. But because of the 10-10 portal energy and because of Venus's placement, it might pick up speed a little faster than it normally would, like maybe a week or two instead of, a month or two, right? All right, let's see where we go. I'm just saying, a lot of what I'm saying is just a heads up for you. I just want to keep you guys safe. That's all. All right, here we go. Let's see where we go here. All right. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Chair or you're here for a reason, this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. That's actually kind of a fitting card. Again, this is a big transit, so, I don't know. But I don't divine that far out. I usually don't go further than a month or 6 weeks because otherwise everybody's free will decisions fucks it up. So, the further out you go, the less accurate you are. Because you can't predict free will, right? No, you don't know what little micro decisions people are going to make along the way. And little moods they're going to have, little mood swings and shit. All right. Overall energy of this reading is the Four of Swords, fueled by, I chuckled a little, I did. The 10 of Pentacles. There's it's like I chuckled because this is it's a void, kind of. It's like nothing's been going on. All the stuff that's been inside, all the stuff we've kept inside is now coming out. It's radiating outward. And that's just the way I read the energy. I realize that's not what the little lamb on the card means. But it's not about that. I'm not a card reader. What I've got here is I've got some action coming from somebody who hasn't shown you any. Okay? I got some action coming from somebody towards your life, affecting your life. I think you're happy about it. But I think afterward, somebody's showing up. I just feel like there they are. There they come. There's that Four of Wands again. The Six of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it changes a lot of things. There's a lot of change attached to this. I was going to say, I'm just checking before I open my mouth. I feel like it affects you positively, but at the end of it all, you may wish it didn't happen. I don't know why. It might just be a philosophical thought, like kind of a deep, pensive sort of thing where you're like, well, maybe it would have been better if it didn't. I don't know. Whatever. Sometimes you just got to say what the fuck. I mean, it could be some of that. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to play out differently for all of you. Again, if I say anything like that, it's just a heads up for you. You know, keep it in the back of your mind in case you do, you can have a chuckle, right? You see how I chuckle sometimes when the cards hit. That laughter breaks up the energy, right? You can have a chuckle and go, yeah, Steve was right, fucker, right? You go ahead and add that fucker after it if you want to. It's fine. There's a lot of people that call me that. It's okay. Right here. Right here is the energy around your connection with whoever this shakeup is, right? Whoever is judgmenting, rising from the dead, if you will. Right here's the 3D energy around that person. Right here's their soul. It bookends your soul connection. Right here's the message from the universe. It's hidden energy. All right? It's a very fickle energy. It might be a message for you, but it's always read with the energy of your connection, or usually anyway. And right here's the potential final outcome for you. For you. It's your outcome. What it means to you. All right? In case you don't show up anywhere else. Sometimes you do. You were all over the fucking Venus reading, I think. Jesus. Anyway, I'll clarify everything through some universe cards at the end, and yeah, of course, I'm going to extend Pluto Direct in Aquarius. I mean, you know, I don't care. I don't even care if nobody watches. I want to extend it just for me. I mean, it's crazy. I'll just pull an offline reading. Fuck it. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, you don't want to see those. All right, here we go. Only because I think, the only reason I don't do the offline readings online, especially in the energy of right now, is I think a lot of people would get triggered. I think there's a lot of people that are very rigid in the road they're going down, and those people. This is an energy that's going to make people a little bit angry, a little bit angrier than usual because it's very outward. So you know, I'm not. I like a nice peaceful life. I really do. I just want to watch my Hogan's Heroes reruns, pull a few readings, and have a beer. I mean, I'm fine. You know, beyond that, you know. All right, right here, the energy around your connection. Queen of Swords. You see what I'm saying? I mean, what did I just get done saying? I say I'm not looking for debates. Again, everything. The outward energy is a little more aggressive than usual. Things about to get very aggressive. You do have the love. It's not going to give me a repeat reading from the Venus. Venus was sweet and nice, and here's the candy cane version. This is the big boy, big girl version. All right, there's a lot of internal energy that's been building up and building up. It's like a battery that overcharges. You know, you used to have battery chargers for your car battery that didn't shut off automatically when the fucker got full. Now they're all smart chargers and shit like that. But before, if you fell asleep, you come out the next morning, the battery acid all over the walls on your goddamn garage because that fucker will definitely pop off. Somebody here has had a lot of overcharging. Thinking about you, feeling their life, a lot of hard truths coming through. I think the Queen of Swords was even somewhere in the soul energy or something in the Venus reading. I'm not sure. But I feel that. I got somebody coming at you, coming to get you. It's sort of a Gloria Estefan rhythm is going to get you sort of energy here. It's not a bad thing. It actually is a fairly positive thing with the 10 Pentacles and the rainbow and all that. In the back of my mind, you might go, what the hell was all that about? You know, I mean, a bit of that. That's all I'm saying. All right? 3D energy around this person. So far, I'm calling I read the energy first, then I pull the card. I think they're very in their life. I mean, I don't want to say pissy, but I do think maybe making some assumptions and things like that. Yeah, well, maybe a little pissy. I don't know. It's the King of Swords. I mean, I didn't look. You know I didn't. It's the King of Swords, man. I'm telling you. I have to. I would be remiss if I did not tell you, especially if you live here in the U.S., if you don't need to go out after this thing goes through, do not. I mean, it's about to get crazy town. If you already think it's crazy town, you ain't seen nothing yet. This energy is volatile. All of the stuff that we kept in, there's a lot of people seething right now. In the soulmate cycle, it's a built-up frustration. I don't think somebody's handling it correctly in their life. These two argue when they come together. So I do have a King of Swords coming to the Queen of Swords, but I do have an aggressive energy here. I do have something that might seem a little bit, what the hell was all that about, sort of a thing. But it's runoff from what somebody's doing in their life, which is cutting out anything that doesn't make them happy, but without giving it too much thought, unfortunately. I don't have a whole lot of, we'll see what happens when we clarify. I hope they give it a little thought, okay? Okay. All right. Their soul is here. It bookends the Queen of Swords, the Hangman. You know. So I could read this a couple of ways. I'll read it the way I was going to read it. I think, and if I'm wrong, then fuck it. Then I just, I fucked up here. But that's fine. I don't mind fucking up. I think that was there for the Venus reading. I think it was a Queen of Swords or a similar energy. May have been the King. It doesn't matter. Some kind of card like that was in the soul in the Venus reading. I think now it's over here. I think it's all on your connection. I think it's the cold, hard truth that's coming out. I think it's all right there. All right? That's the way I want to read it. The way I'll read it straight for the read, so take that if it resonates. All right? So nobody home in the soul. It's all of the soul energy is dumping over here. That's why they're so harsh here in their world. Very harsh. Very harsh. All right? And it's funny, I ran yesterday. Today was not a run day. Yesterday morning I ran, and we heard a great horned owl off in the distance. That's really kind of funny. And my wife said, "Oh, do you hear that owl? What is that?" I said, "That's a great horned owl." Right? There you go. There he is, right there. He's showing up, staring me in the face. Had I pulled this reading yesterday, he'd still be staring me in the face. Somebody here has, as this ties to this, and you can see the color match, has a new perspective. Yeah, on this. Somebody thinks they've figured something out. I'm not sure they have. I think they need to sit with it a little longer. They need to be the sitting king a little longer. All right? One of these birds, any kind of hunting bird that doesn't strategize how to get its prey, and those are the ones that end up at the zoo that Fish and Game find with the broken foot or the broken wing, besides the ones that little fuckers shoot with their BB guns. But I mean, aside from that, it ends poorly for them. There's a lot of trees in the forest, right? You could get hurt, right? It's a bit of that. Anyway, what's the message to you from the universe? That's wild. The original thing I said about that, absolutely. This definitely ties to the Venus reading. I do think there's a lot of aggression here. There's a lot. I'm only drawn to the owl's eyes. Message to you. Yeah, here you are. It's all for you. It's all for you. What does that mean? Well, I mean, you're the 8-point buck with rainbow antlers. Somebody here has seen your value, but it's too much. They've seen too much of your value all at once. Okay? It's too much. I don't know how else to phrase it to you. They got too much energy, too much power. Too much of your energy is hitting them all at once. And that's probably why you get a Queen of Swords. They get defensive towards that. Okay? There is a lot of... I don't know who this is that you're dealing with. It's probably the Emperor and Empress type connection that we got in the Venus reading. I don't know who this is, but my guess is they don't handle stress well. I mean, it would just be my guess. I don't know. And you might say, well, Steve, my person's a surgeon. They handle stress really well. Yeah, a good number of those actually smoke quite a bit and stuff like that. Those guys have ways of dealing with stress, One of my best friends is a doctor. He smoked like a fucking sieve and yet tells me not to. I mean, it's just, I get you. I don't, there's coping mechanisms that go on in situations like that. I've known a couple that have enjoyed the Vicodin a bit, So, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think this person in general handles, well, I don't think they handle emotional stress very well, okay? They're getting a lot of you, all right? They're seeing how great you are. And then all it's doing is amplifying how bad they are or how bad their life is. And I think they maybe need to sit with that a little longer, but this energy won't do it. It takes things that have been remained inside and releases them. Think of something like one of those, like a catapult or something where you pull and it just launches all of it at once. It's a bit of that. Potential final outcome for you. Yeah, something happens here. I took a peek. It's the Magician. That's important. That's a big card. I'm drawn to the karma here. You got karma with this person that's going to get blown out here. I get it. It's something you've wanted but something you've wanted with somebody can definitely happen here. You can make great strides here. But I want to quote Lethal Weapon, and I don't know why. I just do. There's a line in the movie, not that crappy TV show thing they did for a minute. God, Hollywood's got to come up with some new ideas, man. Lethal Weapon, the movie, there's a line in it where they're going after General McAllister or whatever his name is, and what's his face there says, we're going to get bloody on this one. You know, it's about right. We're going to get bloody on this one. There's some karma here. It's all very fight song sort of a thing. There's huge transformation that's coming, but we're gonna cross some swords. The shit's gonna happen, but swords are gonna cross. Applies out in society, applies here. Applies in the soulmate cycle too. I don't think there's actually a literal sword for you. I don't think you're going to get hurt. But I think afterward, like I said, you're going to go, well, I'm glad that happened, but Jesus, I almost wish it didn't. You know, it's like you may end up saying some things you never thought you'd say, saying some things you can't take back. Maybe part of the advice for you is, this is a very calm king, maybe be cool. Okay? If somebody coming at you in this swordsy energy, there's no need for you to be this. In fact, as a message for you, I would go a layer deeper for you here, okay, and say, somebody's coming at you like this, don't turn into this, be this. Okay? It's a very calm king. Be cool. That's all. I always tell you that. Just, you know, be cool. All right, here we go. There's no need to react. It's what we talked about in the extended in the Venus reading, those techniques of neural pathways and, you know, training your brain and stuff like that. It's extremely important to understand how to do it. Most people don't. Most people fly off the handle, go off half-cocked, quarter-cocked, 1/8 cocked, not cocked. Okay? I mean, I don't know. Let's go with the magician. I'm going to clarify the magician first, I guess. That was just a Freudian slip. I don't know. We're going to clarify the final outcome first. Okay, we're just going to go with the energy, you guys. We are. Here we go. All right. Well, I don't know why it's important, but I will. Okay. Oh, this reading is crazy. And then I do know why it's important now. Do you remember the card before the cut? The why the fuck are we here? 5 wands. It's crossed by 5 wands. That's important. Your final outcome is crossed by conflict. And what did I just get done saying? I said, we're going to get bloody on this one. I quoted Lethal Weapon. All right? We just are. It's just going to be some words said. I even got a sword here. I got sword, sword, sword. Look, the sword right there. It's the same damn sword. He's just got all the tools here. You have all the tools you need. Don't choose the sword. Choose the pentacle. Choose the cup. Choose anything but the fucking sword. Okay? All right. That's all right. Calm down. What's on top? The King of Cups. See? Honestly, we're going to get to talk about some feelings. Why is that here? The 10 of Pentacles. Honest to God. This is unreal. What's bridging energy? Justice. You see why we had to pull the final outcome first? These cards need to be here. I Freudian slipped it. I'm shuffling the deck to clarify. How many of these readings have I done? What's it say up on YouTube? Like 2,900, 2.9K or some shit? Here we go. And I Freudian slipped this, so we just go with the energy. I walk my talk. If you just know, it's all about Bob Ross, right? There's no mistakes. There's just happy little accidents. If he fucks up and paints a rock where he doesn't want one, he does something with that and just makes it work. That's what we do here. Don't choose the sword is what it says. Okay? And again, even Justice, Lady Justice is holding a sword here. All right? So, which is, why is that, Steve? Well, it's bookending this. It's red with the Magician. I got a pair of swords here again. It's going to be hard not to in this energy. But you win if you embody this king right here. That's how you win. Okay? You do that, you win for sure. All right? This is nice. It ends in 10 Pentacles. This is communication. This is, but harsh communication. Now, let's clarify this fucker. So now we have our final outcome. Oh, you're like, oh, well, I should go. Okay, well, you can go if you want to, right? But I'm going to clarify it again when I'm done. So, you know, those cards just have to be there. I'll clarify it with the little animal deck when I'm done. All right, we'll use it. We'll do a different deck and we'll clarify the Magician again. All right, let's go. Queen of Swords. Why is that here? All right, here we go. And it's funny because when I was throwing the Queen of Swords in my head, I was thinking Queen of Cups. It's really weird. I almost called it the Queen of Cups. That's fucking crazy. All right. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Queen of Swords, why is it here? Energy around your connection. And I put that there so I don't forget, because I forget stuff. The Four of Cups, stuff that's been sitting. It's what I said. I already read the energy. I don't know why I'm your second fucking favorite. Nobody read energy first and then throw. You got to do that. Right? I already said stuff that's been sitting there, stuff that nothing's been happening, nothing, blah, 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 crickets chirping. Right? Nothing. All of a sudden, it's going on. And you're like, well, what the hell's all this about? Stay in that, what the hell's all this about? Do not engage. Do not pick up the sword. Pick up a cup. Pick up a pentacle. Embody this king. All right? This king, you know what this king does when trouble comes at him? He just throws money at it. Right? That's, I mean, in this case, if that's fine. You know, here's 20 bucks. I'll give you 20 bucks to stop yelling at me. Okay? Are we happy now? What's on top? Four of Pentacles. Again, things that have been held back. Right? Things we didn't want to say before because it might hurt somebody's feelings or things, or they might hurt our feelings, or I'm going to have to be vulnerable, so I'm just going to sit here and talk about frogs even though I got a hot blonde next to me that wants to bang. I mean, things that we were afraid, things we held back, just explode onto the scene. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Boom. Boom. Fucking Ace of Swords. Here comes, again, swords. It all comes out very swordsy. All of us. I mean, can't we ease into this? Why can't we be friends? I mean, can't we just ease in? Why does it all have to be all at once? I mean, it's sort of what's going on here. Okay. Proof of what I said right there. Done deal. All right. Oh, and again, same message. What's the bridging energy? The Two of Pentacles, frustration, heat, things we've been holding on to, come out all at once with a fucking giant sword up the ass. And you're like, what's this all about? Chill. All right. King of Swords. Why is it here? This is in their life. Okay? Look, I'm making this shit up. The cards are bad. That's why I throw the cards. It has impact. The cards just back me up. Plain and simple. If they didn't, I would correct. And I'd say, well, I guess I read that one wrong. But I've been reading energy since I was, memory-wise, 4 years old. I made a lot of mistakes as a kid, but I learned from those mistakes. I'm all right at it. I still got a long ways to go. I won't have time in this lifetime to perfect it. No, there ain't no perfection. I won't be the warlock on the hill ever, but I know what this feels like. I got a lot of life experience, right? I've studied history, so I know what's going on in the societal energies right now. I know exactly where we're headed. And I know exactly how it ends, and I've told you. You know. Once this energy dissipates out. Oof. Anyway. King of Swords. Here. So here they are in their life. I just take the feelings. I relate them to something in my life or something I've studied and translate them into words. That's it. Why is the King of Swords here? Well, it's temperance. Somebody really feels righteous. They feel like they're doing the right thing. I think they're wrong. I think they feel like they're doing what they need to do for themselves, and it's the right thing to do. And it may even be, in the most extreme case, somebody said, God told me to do this. Right? I don't get that off of this king or off of this energy the way it's reflecting here. In fact, somebody's conflicted. Somebody's wrong. I wanted to say all that, and then I wanted to look what's fueling this temperance card, and it's the Five of Wands, the weakest energy. How many times is the Five of Wands going to come up? These are read with these. Five of Wands was crossing here. It was the card before the cut, the why the fuck are we here? And it's somebody's just mistaken. Here, crossing their 3D energy. See what I'm saying? Yeah. The Magician on top of this. Well, these are read with these. That's a fucking magician. Somebody's going through their own, you're each going through your own transformation. Normally, we do these separately. Not now. Now, we're doing them right on top of one another. Right? Why is that here? The High Priestess. Well, it goes a bit of what I said here. There's things going on with this person that you find out about after the fact that you didn't know. So with this here, this person here, as they're doing all this crazy town shit in their life, cutting people out that they don't want anymore, cutting out relationships, going batshit crazy because going batshit crazy, there's a bat. Being fruit bats have a lot of shit. They eat a lot of fruit. All right. Batshit crazy in their life, cutting things out so that they can come and, I don't know, show up extra aggressively toward you, I guess, with all this frustration that's releasing and all this whatever. Spank bank no longer good enough, I guess. While they're doing all that, they're finding out things they didn't know before. I think, am I right? Yeah. I think those things may make them realize that they're going too fast. And this card, the Knight of Wands, bookending the King of Swords, backs up what I said. Somebody's moving too quickly. They're not thinking. They're throwing out the baby with the bathwater, right? It's not about what they're doing. It's how they're doing it, right? That's it. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of this energy. That's what this energy shows us, right? It's not about what they're doing. It's how it's being done. And somebody here, unfortunately, they move so quickly, there's no take-backs. There's no going back, right? You can apply that to my offline reads if you want to. It's the same kind of thing coming up there, you know. That's why I said this was going to be a big boy, big girl reading. There's no way the two don't bleed together. Pluto is too big of an energy, right? But I think I'm doing a bang-up job of putting it in the soulmate cycle, right? I think I'm doing a bang-up job of it. But my wife's definitely going to lose her bet. She said she bet me $100 that I'd say a certain name from World War II at least 3 times. And I haven't said it. I didn't even say it there. Right? It starts with H. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to win $100, goddamn it. All right, the Hangman. What do we go? But I'm right. I said way back they're acting too quickly. I think they're mistaken. There's no driven by God here or righteousness of what they're doing. And the things they find out in this case are things that they might not have done. Some of the things they did. Maybe some of the things they find out have to do with you or about their household. Because this is why we had to clarify this first. Are you getting it now? Because this 10 of Pentacles, your life, your world, your household is read with the High Priestess. Maybe they're finding out things they didn't know about your life. And like, oh, well, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have run a sword through all the shit in my life. Yeah, well, maybe. Maybe. That's why you slow the fuck down, motherfucker. But this energy won't allow that. This energy is explosive. We going from the inside, everything's been a little bit is leaked out here and there to just boom, right? It's like a paintball. It's like getting hit by a paintball. All of a sudden, there's just this big splatter all over, right? All right, here we go with the Hangman. Let's see where we're at. All right. The Hangman. This energy, primary flow is 5D to 3D. This is the King of Swords underneath here in the 3D. Here's the 5D, crossed by the King of Swords. I mean, it's just everything I already said. I don't have to repeat myself. What's on top? The moon. Wow. Major Arcana. What else? The Page of Pentacles. Doesn't matter what this is. This is hugely major. I mean, it'd be cool if that was major, but it doesn't matter. All of a sudden, somebody's not afraid, not nervous about what they were nervous at. They feel like it's something they have to do. Again, it all feels very righteous, but they're mistaken. It's much smaller than that. The 5 of Wands fueling the fucking Temperance card. You're wrong. Just chill out. Okay, they need to apply a little bit, in relation to you, they need to apply a little bit of the Buddhist principle, all things settle themselves. You know, I mean... okay. Bridging energy, the 9 of Wands. Yeah, 9's of the end of tarot. The wall's coming down. Somebody going after their perceived happiness. I just think they're going about it the wrong way. Okay? It's not what they're doing. It's how they're doing it. And that's the issue. You know, it's about throwing out the baby with the bathwater a little bit. And I think they find out some things they didn't know after the fact. You know, okay. That's fine. All right. Let's talk to the universe. King of Pentacles. Why is it here? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see where we're at. King of Pentacles. Why is it here? Message to you. Well, I think you should embody this energy. I do. And I think it's wise while this transit's happening, after Pluto goes direct in Aquarius, it's wise for you to remember and think deeply about like energy attracts like energy. All right? Keep that in mind. Like it applies. It doesn't just apply to people coming at you. It applies to actions. Right? The best way to treat this energy, although it won't happen in societal energy, there's nothing I can do about it. It's way above my pay grade. But in the soulmate cycle, you can control this. You can control how you react to this situation. And if you react in the opposite way of the Queen of Swords, you're going to come out on top here. Okay? And it's very clear here already in your pre-final outcome, which we needed for a couple of these cards. All right? For stuff that fell here. What's on top? The Six of Wands. What did I just get done saying? You know I didn't know that was there. I said if you embody this, you win. Well, there you go. There's your fucking win. Why is this here? Because that's how you win. You be this king. He's a good negotiator. He is smart. He is fair. He listens to both sides. He or she does not matter. He does not engage. If somebody comes at, again, it's a calm energy. It's very rare. It's very rare, believe me. But, you know, it is what it is. High vibration in this context. Why is that here? The Seven of Wands. I'm asking why the Six of Wands. Why is it a victory? Because if you're not the Six of Wands, on one side, if you're not the Six of Wands, you're combative, you lose. But on the other side of it, it's here because this energy of this gives you the high ground. Okay? Again, it makes you victorious. Now, I said I'd clarify this again, and I will. I'm going to clarify it again. All right, I'm going to just put these cards where we can see them. All right, let's go. That's the bridging energy. Bottom of the deck, I did not know this was here. I did not motherfucking know. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. Why is the Magician here? One more time, final outcome for my people. Now, having known all this, I'm asking the universe to be predictive. What's likely to happen? What else you want to tell everyone about this Magician? Keep in mind, they got one too. You're both going through something at the same time. But as usual, I think the DF side is handling it a little better. I do. I think the other side, I don't know what all this, it's just, they can't handle the burst of energy, I guess. They can't help themselves. Right. Why is the Magician here? Three of Wands at the bottom. It's now crossed by the Three of Wands. We're moving into new territory here with this person. Your life, in general, is moving into new territory. Sure, I believe that. Okay. And again, this is your ship comes in. This is some kind of something you've wanted. Sure, it's happening. Sure, I get it. We're a period of nothing. I get it. There's a void energy here. The overall energy of this reading is a fucking void. Okay? I mean... Okay. If nothing else, you get some excitement in your life. That's nice, right? I mean, it looks a little boring. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to hang out very long. I mean, even the dog looks like, please take me with you when you leave, Steve. You know, I mean, a little bit. Okay. I mean, what's on top here? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands there. Why is that here? The King of Wands. Again, that's it. And the Strength card. Lion carrying one of the roses from the Two of Cups. And this deck, this is your final out. This is your superficial, what you would have gotten as a final outcome, roughly. The King of Wands comes, somebody's coming rushing in. They are. There's a lot of passion here. Again, the sword is not your friend. Embody the cup. It's the same thing. It's saying the same thing. It's just talking about this person coming towards you. Right? The Knight of Wands is red with the Magician here. Somebody's coming in. Somebody's bringing their transformation to you, and your transformation hits them head on. You guys are like two semi-trucks going at the same speed, hitting each other head on. All right? Do not pick up the sword. That is where your victory lives. Embody this energy right here. I've told you. I've described it to you. It's nice. You know, the 8-point buck with rainbow antlers certainly applies. It's very rare. We live in an energy right now, an environmental energy of my way or the highway. You know, I mean, we're trying to shut things down. Anything that differs from somebody's opinion, they want to shut it down or get rid of it, that kind of a thing. We can't have that. We can't have that in the soulmate cycle for sure. All right? Definitely cannot have it here. But so if you engage them with swords, you lose instantly. All right? They might be a little aggressive. You might be feeling a little aggressive. You might be coming at me going, Steve, I'm not that kind of person. I wouldn't do that anyway. In this energy, you might be. All right, let's shuffle the deck. Let's pull 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. See what else the universe wants to tell you. All right. And then we'll go pull some wicked voodoo on this thing. I don't have a devil on the table. I don't. It's not. It's just this. It's a very pure energy. You know, it's driven by pettiness on some level on one side, but it's very pure. It's all very ingrained in the sands of time. It's all very, because it's part of that. Because of this is all part of Pluto plays a role in that in this particular energetic storm. So. And I wrote about that. I have somewhere in one of my write-ups for the month or something. I don't know. I don't remember which one. I wrote about it. That the last time Pluto, like in World War II, Pluto was like in Leo. It was looking for a fight. You know, that kind of, it was like, you know. But at the end of the day here, the Pluto energy it's very ingrained in the energy. It's very pure. There isn't any staticky devil energy or being possessed by something or something like that. No, it's just you're either high vibration or low vibration. The high vibration people see it one way. The low vibration people see it another way. It applies in relationship. It applies in society. All right? The problem is in the soulmate cycle and society, low vibration people outnumber the high vibration people by a mile, by a long shot. See where we go. But Pluto going direct in Aquarius can have a wakey-wakey effect on some of the higher low vibration people. Right? You'll start to see that. But here in the DM cycle, it depends. It's like I always tell you, it depends if you have a regular fuckwit or a super fuckwit. I don't know. You know, it is what it is. Either way, final message to you. Knight of Cups, 9 of Wands, Hierophant, and Temperance. Can I paraphrase? Can I? The energy here seems to think that, well, I want to say it thinks you might get, well, what's underneath this? I don't want to insult my fucking viewers here. 2 of Swords. You might get in the way of your own future here. I think you should definitely avoid swords at all costs. Okay? Again, it's just saying the same thing. There's this real danger of getting in the way of your own future. It's almost a warning. It comes up in the societal reads I do offline that there's a warning. It just keeps coming up. It's like, if we go down this road, there's no going, there's like one area where there's no going back. And it's just, there's the same thing with you and this person. There's a chance for you and this person. But we've got to reach a peaceful resolve. We've got to have a truce of some kind. So in some capacity, it's about you not picking up a sword, but also you getting them to put their sword down. You follow? Does that make sense? It's the easiest way I can phrase it. I'm going to pull on you some more and extend it, but that's a good place to leave this. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. Should be very interesting, to say the least. Okay, good luck.